Hi everyone, it's Mike here. So it's Mother's Day here in the UK on Sunday the 11th, but obviously I'm filming this before that date because I need to get this card ready to deliver to Mum before the day, otherwise my life just wouldn't be worth living, and quite rightly so. So what I've done is I've got a craft card base. This is a 6x6 card base. I've cut 2 pieces of indigo blue super white stamping card, and this one is cut slightly smaller than the other. So the larger one is cut at 5 5/8 inches or 144 millimeters, and the smaller one is cut at 5.5 inches or 140 millimeters, just so slightly smaller than the other. But the smaller piece is the one that I'm going to be creating as the card front. So I'm going to move the base to one side, and to create the card today I'm going to be using the indigo blue Peony stamp, which is a beautiful sized stamp, nice big size. And if that's just under, well, about 5.5 inches, you can see that that's at real size, so it is going to make a nice focal point for the front of my card. Okay, so the plan is I want to stamp 3 of these peonies onto the front of this card. Now obviously I'm going to have to do a little bit of masking. I'm also going to have to do some positioning just perfectly so that I get it in exactly the right space. So I'm going to just put my little magnets, push that right up to the top, just so I know that it's straight. And then I'm just going to grab and put the magnets just so that they're overlapping slightly, just so I know that's not going to move. So the first one that I want to do, I want to make sure that it goes pretty much. Let's actually, let's do this one first. So I'm going to position it about there. Just squeeze that down, and then just move that to one side. Oh. And then I can grab my Ranger Archival ink, or you can use any other ink that you want to. Stays on or VersaFine, whatever you're happy with, obviously. Just make sure I've got plenty of ink. But this is a pretty brand new ink pad, so it should stamp okay. Put a little bit of pressure down on there, and then lift that off. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I want to do another one just here. So to make sure that I don't overstamp, I have got myself a little mask that I stamped and cut out earlier, because there's nothing worse than seeing somebody sitting cutting. So this is just repositionable tape, and I'm just going to lay that over the top of my stamped image, and then I can lift up my stamp and then work out where I want to stamp it. So I'm going to put that just behind on there. Just tap it lightly, and then I can ink that up. This stamp platform is a large size one, not the smaller one, but the small size one would probably have been very useful. Okay, flip that back over. Just move it down into shot, and then stamp down. A little bit of pressure on it, and then when I lift the mask off, just like so. Perfect. So the next time, if I need to stamp again, I can just lay that one over the top and then go again. So, which I will be doing because I also want to do the foliage, if you like. So, and the foliage, I want just to come up that side there, just from behind. I'll just pop some more of that tape back down, just to make sure that it sits, and then I can place that. Just make sure I get it lined up. There we go. And then I can place my stamp about there. Take that one off. And then I can ink that up. Of course, the beauty of this is that you can do it twice if you need to. If it doesn't come out first time, perfect. The thing with these is you could just do with taking it off like that and then inking up. It's better. Drop it back in the cradle and then we can go back down again. That's much better. And then I can just peel that mask off like so. Perfect. Okay, so let's just put those to one side for now, and then I can take my card front off and I can get rid of that stamp platform, just pop it to one side. Now the colours that I'm going to be using, I've just brought out a little selection of indigo blue paints. So I've got banana custard, pink ice gem and marshmallow. So 2 pinks and a yellow. I've also got to hand the olive waistcoat. So 4 kind of nice pinky colours that I want to use in the background of my stamp. I'm just going to grab some brushes. I've got some detail brushes that I'm going to use to paint. So this probably will take a while to do. So all I'm going to do is take a little paint, put it onto my glass mat here, add some water and then use these paints like watercolours. So what I'll do is, rather than you sit and watch me do this, because it's probably going to take me quite a while to do, as I will put it on fast forward and play you some music. Okay, so I'm done with that darker pink. I'm now going to just clean this little bit away. Just grab a baby wipe. Here we go. And then just drop that brush into some water. Just quickly give it a dry off. And then I'm going to take that pink ice gem, which is another beautiful pink, but that lighter kind of ice creamy shade. And then just take some more of that paint. I don't want a lot. And just add a little bit of water. And then I can start to attempt to blend those colours together now. I'm hoping the camera's picking up that colour. It's very, very delicate. Okay, so I'll just wash off those brushes. Then I'll just clean this up again. There we go. And then I can pop that pink away. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of the yellow, a tiny, tiny amount of this. Don't want a lot. Mix that in with the water, get it nice and fluid, and then I'm just going to dot. Don't want to colour wash over, just going to add some dots. Just so there's a hint of that yellow colour in there. I think let's just do a couple of darker ones. Just right at the heart. There we go. That'll do me. So that's the yellow done. And now for the green. So this needs to be very, very slight indeed. There we go. I think I'm done with that. So again, let's stop the brush from rolling into the paint because that's not what we want. And then just clean off a little bit of paint. And then we'll just give that a little encouragement to dry. Doesn't matter that it's curled up a little bit because it will get stuck down with double-sided tape. Now, I want to add a little bit of background, so I'm just going to just cover over using that mask again, and again I want to just grab that dark pink, just give it a shake, the marshmallow, sorry, and then I have my fan brush. I'm just going to take a little bit of that paint, don't want a lot, with these smaller brushes it's easy just to quickly rinse them out, and just grab a little bit of that pink, and then introduce. Just into that background. And then when we take the mask off, we just have a nice little bit of interest in that background. So just need to clean that table back again, because we're not done with that marshmallow pink. I'm going to put that to one side, and then we're going to bring back that larger piece of card, because I want a matching piece of pink card to go around the edges of my main topper. So I'm just going to use this piece of indigo blue fat foam, and I'm just going to go around the outside. I don't have any matching pink cardstock, so this is the best way to do it, as you've seen me doing. If you watch my YouTube channel, you've probably seen me do this before. That'll do. And then we can clear all that away. Get it dried off. And then if you're feeling really, really brave, if you've got some of that paint left on, you can just edge your card, and that will give the card a seamless blend into your background. Just try not to drop it. Okay, so I'm going to put these paints away, and then I'll get ready to construct the card in ready for finishing. So just before I came back, I looked at it and I thought actually it could do with a little bit more green in the background. So I have actually added some of the green splatters in exactly the same way that I did do with the pink, but this time I actually added some just across that bottom corner too, and this corner here, just to kind of blend in those colours a little bit more. I've also already gone ahead and added some double-sided tape to the back of my cardstock, so that it just makes it easier to be able to take the backs off and start assembling the card. So I need to make sure I get a nice kind of even border all the way around. So I think that's pretty much it. So that now matches quite nicely with the colours within the image. And then bring in my card front, make sure I've got it the right way up, and then I can do the same thing, make sure I've got equal border all the way around, top, bottom, left and right, and just stick that down. A little space on the inside there to write a little greeting. There you go. One very simple a little bit of work gone into actually painting and colouring those flowers, but I think, you know, sometimes less is more.